Hi, this is Mr. Paul with an update, or well, a very late update, because I've been building and really not doing updates when I should have done, so I apologise for that now. But anyway, this is the drama base I was building, so for mini art, and you can see I've got it zoomed in at the moment on the pavement. I put extra rubble, as you can, oops, I think I use this actually. I put extra rubble down in this area, all the way around here and over here, which was kindly sent to me by Reilly. Was really good. So, and also he said about glass, and I've actually put some perspex over there. You can see it, you might be able to see it there, over here. It's actually covered in dust because that's what it would be. It's laying down there, it's been snapped and broken, and it's laying there. I'll put some glass in the window above, you'll see in a second if I just pull up. So if I just pull up slowly and show what I mean, so if I come back up. I think you can see the glass, there's a bit there and a bit there. And again, I just airbrushed them with light dust like I did with the tank. Just I used that mixture I got, just to so you can see it's glass and it's see-through, but it's actually got a dust on it, so it's good. Quite happy with the effects I've got on the building. I've got cement between them. I could have gone a bit more on it next time, but this is my first one really getting into the building side of it, so I'm quite still pleased with it. It's come out quite nicely. So I'll go back down, and I think you'll see. Down you go. Over there, as you can see, the glass there is just there, so it's quite good. Really pleased with it. It's as my first one. I've got about 3 or 4 minis to build at some point in the build, and I've got another one come today. Actually, it's quite nice. It's called the Village Diorama Base, and it's got a gate going into the yard and everything. So, be interesting. The door, as you can see, has got dust, and I actually sprayed downwards to actually get more dust hanging onto the ledges and a little bit on the think where it's actually stuck to it. Any moisture on any door would actually make the dust cling anyway. I also got a poster there. I put it's got Adolf Hitler on it, I know, but it's to do with family, I presume. I will actually Google the interpretation of the German, but someone might probably mention that anyway. But I just wanted a poster there because that's what it's got on the box art, and it's I could have used the miniature one, but this one is sort of about family as far as I can see, just by looking at the poster. So I'll come back out now so you can see a bit more. So if I come out, there you go, and the top, I'll just go up so you can see the top. There it is, it's all done. But I'm quite pleased. The road looks a bit worn and weathered and worn, and so that's ready for the drama. That's more or less finished. I have got some holes, one hole punched in, drilled through here, one there and one over here, and they're for the 3 figures I'm going to use. I'm going to use the captain figure from the Jumbo standing in this location with his binoculars looking across down the road this way at this angle, and also another tank and the sergeant coming up behind, who's standing behind, who's come from another vehicle just to come up to have a word with him to decide what they're going to do. So, and then this figure is this is getting ready to paint this afternoon. I'll just put him over. And there he is. He's green, but that's because I've just done my base colour. I've primed him, then based him with the trouser green I'm going to be using, and then I'll be hand painting everything else, so that's okay. Right, so there you go. So that's what that is. So I'm going to switch off now and then come back into this quick up Jumbo update. See you in a minute. Hi Ben, there's my Jumbo. As you can see, it's moved a long way on, and I do apologise for not doing an update, but I've done all the work I'm going to do. I'm going to do a few splashes when I finish putting the figures on the base, finished figures. I'm going to put splashes around the front and around the side and to the back, just little splashes using that technique that Reilly uses so well with a brush on a old airbrush needle, just so to flick it, get it most of it off, and then just leave little speckles. So I'm going to have that along the side a bit. But I'm happy with what I've done. I'm not known as a heavy weatherer anyway, but I'm gradually getting there a bit slowly. I mean, this one's a bit more heavily weathered than what some of my other ones are, but I'm just building up slowly to it. One day I will do one and you won't be able to see the tank because it'll be covered in mud. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. The decals, I think I haven't mentioned them before. I did have problems with them, and I had to use a thing called a Rosy Riveter tool, which has got a load of metal wooden handle with wind spokes, and I've run over them to actually get them to get rid of the actual reflectiveness. That worked okay, and with a bit of dusting over the top, it seems to have solved the problem. Not completely, but you can't see any reflecting. That's the main thing. I used a real bit of timber on the front here. You can see that there. That is actual timber. It's not been painted in anyway. I might weather that a little bit with a bit of dust later on, but it's actually just purely timber. It looks nice. I've chipped a couple of bits off on the side to give it a bit of a worn effect, but like that. The duck bills really come on nice, I think you can see. And the mud on them was put all the way around, and then basically took some of it off and a bit of shine there as well. There is mud and dust underneath here, but very lightly done underneath the chassis, but you can see that. The turret still moves. So I'm just going to move it slowly around, give it a bit more around, and then I think Greg's found out some more information, but the information I still have, I've stuck with that being the water one underneath there. That's what he's got, and I've got actually got a sign this as water. So, but evidently there's 4 places, and I wouldn't have thought there would be one with water. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. That's where I've put mine. I've got water there and water there. These are the fuel ones on either side. That's what I've done. So I've left it at that anyway. I think you can see a bit more mud. It's all very different. So you can got a bit more crusty and mud just there. You can see. I could knock that out, but I decided it just looks a bit better with a bit of extra mud in some places. Coming round. The machine guns are now coming closer to that machine gun. I'm really pleased with that. I've done the periscopes. They've all got their clear element to it. I didn't smoke them. I know Greg smokes his. I don't smoke them literally, of course. I mean, he put smoke on them to give it that little the darker look. I left mine pretty shiny, as you might see when it comes round, pretty clear, and that's what I've done. I've got my red light on the back one because the other buttons are closed, so I've left them closed with just the one red light showing, but they can't, evidently you can open them, close them, so that's what I've left of that. You can see the wooden tools look quite nice. I'm quite pleased with those, and the tracks there have got dust on it, a little bit of dust along here as well, so it just looks a bit worn and withered, but the tracks, I'm really pleased with the way the tracks come out. I like the ones. I've got another set of those tracks. I've actually got some worn pads coming for the next set I'll do. Going around again. And a bit of dust and light weathering. Greg's doing a great job with his snow effect, and I really want to do a snow one later on, but I might make a base purely up with snow on it and on a few brick walls a bit round it and do something like that. We'll see what happens anyway later. But quite pleased, as you can see. The shovels and that will look quite nice. I can come in a bit, I think I can come in closer now if I do that. There you go. I think she looks quite nice. And as I said, just a bit of speckling to be done later on. All the dust and that's run down the side and actually got this build up along here. There is streaks down there. You can't see it, but they're there. You can see a few. Oh, you can see a few streaks down there when they're coming down, which I'd done earlier. But you can actually see it better now on that. So I'll come a bit. Might be able to come a bit nearer. I don't know. Yep, there you go. See the streaks running down the side a little bit, even the damp streaks. But this is. In the city now, and it's a lot of the mud's dropped off it and just left the dust and dirt and grime underneath, and that's what's happened. So I'll pull it back out again. That's it. I'm going to move this over a bit this way. There you go, and come in around this way. If I catch a glint of the glass, I think you can see the actual in there is actually clear as a bell. I did do my periscopes black because if I ever need to repaint them, and I have painted a leather pad on the other side. I'm presuming it would be leather because they do quite a bit of a red leather pad on there, just for when the commander's looking through that periscope, it rotates on the hatch top. He can actually protect his forehead a little bit. But there you go. So that's what I've done. I think you can see the tonal differences in the greens and different places which I'm quite pleased with. I've got the cable. Here it is. It's been built up. I've got to spray that in the spray booth and then go along with some dark iron, as I like, and a bit of rust laid in, not too much, just a little bit. And And you can see this dried mud on the front underneath there. It actually looks a little bit better in actual eye contact. And we're back where we were. So if I bring it up a little bit more and zoom in on the cockpit, what am I saying? On the turret, I think you might see a bit more detail there. There you go. You can see the gun. It is actually fitted. I just left it like that, and I left it so it's loose. Really pleased with that way that came out. Used a bit of Griggs chips on that as well. The only thing is I have forgotten to do is put the decal on that. And we'll have to put that on there later on, so that'll be another little final touching up job as well. Yep, so they look nice anyway. So there you go, so that's what it is. I did put my turret lamp down, so searchlight in down position, which most of them seem to be that way. I didn't even put the glass inside, because unless you're a very small person you won't be able to see it anyway, so I've done that. Come out. I think you can just see the red bit on the turret if I just do that. You can see that red pad there? Yeah, you can. The red pad just there. Oops. Just on where the things. If that's painted green, I can always paint it at a later date anyway, so it's no problem. But I've done it the other colour. But you can see the runs on the turrets round the side. There you go. Oops, it's moving out now. There you go. Coming back around. Zoom in a little bit more. That's it. Now I've got one more clip to show you, and that's the figures on the base. I shall do that then. They won't be glued, so they might look a bit crooked when I put them on there, but I'm going to put a tank in there and give you a basic idea of where the figures are going to be. And I'll call that a done deal then. So I'll catch you in a minute. If I bring it out a little bit, that's the two figures, tank command figures I've done. The command captain, there, if I leave it like that, the captain is standing here. I think it's a captain, it's got two bars on it, standing there looking down the road further around, and another commander is going to be turned, if I move that a bit more round, he'll be coming up behind, standing there, but he's going to be obviously more in the upright position. He's going to have sergeant stripes on his arm, because I'm going to put those on, paint them on later. And that's how it goes. So he's a commander for another jumbo, or another tank I should say, the German that's come forward to see what's going on. That turret could be that way or anyway, but I like that way actually. So, and put it down a bit. There you go. So that's what the arm's going to look like. Once it's done, quite happy with that. First time of doing a proper drama, I suppose, when you think about it. The figures were a bit filling the paint, but it's my first time. So there you go. Oops. No, I can't see it there. But yeah, I mean, I put a bit of moustache on there as well, just like it said, showing a bit. But they need dusting up and a bit of dirt around the feet, obviously, and to make them all look properly. Yeah, let's get that up. There you go. That's it, you go by. Yeah, so basically that's it. And this stack the figures running forward, the infantry running forward to support the tanks, obviously, when they move out. They're looking out for Panzerfaust operators, obviously, and any snipers from up ahead. So anyway, so that's what the drum's going to look like. I'll come out a little bit further. I think you can see what I mean. It's going to, if I turn it around, because that's the way it will be in the cabinet. So that's what it's going to look like. So there you go, that's the end of this update, and thank you very much for watching, and I'm very sorry for the long delay in putting this out. So on that note, your next one is a final reveal, sometime possibly in the coming week. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you later. Happy modelling!